So this video will walk through my research proposal about factors affecting teacher attitudes towards professional development. And I chose to do a qualitative study in the form of interviews. So the first thing that my paper has in the introduction, it talks about just like teachers or students need teachers to help them learn and to grow. Professional development can do the same for teachers. They have the capability to really help teachers grow, give them great opportunities, help them improve, etc. But what research shows is that attitudes towards professional development are not very positive at all. Teachers don't feel like these initiatives are relevant, useful, practical, etc. And so my study is going to explore how to make teacher attitudes better. The lit review section talks about some patterns that I saw. This right here, studies show that effective professional development is coherent with teachers' differing motivations and needs. That is kind of the focus that I've chosen for my proposal. So I focused it a little more than just attitudes. I'm going to focus on the motivations and needs of teachers. And the rest of this section talks about three main needs or motivations that I saw through my research. And these three things are learning about technology, exploring strategies that can be used in the classroom, and having opportunities for collaboration. And so those three things are the main three things that I saw teachers want and need in professional development. And so this goes into a little more detail about those three patterns and relates the motivations and the needs and says that teachers need to be given a voice. And so maybe if they were given a voice to express their opinions on what they want, that may make their attitudes better. And so that section really just talks about that. And again, the purpose of the study here is to explore these motivations, wants, and needs, and to see if this would affect teacher attitudes in any way. And there's my research question about the teacher attitudes. As far as my method goes, this study will, again, be interviews, and the teachers in the study will be from the school district of Oconee County, which is where I work, and everybody had to give permission for me to interview them beforehand, which they did. There are 7 total teachers, 5 women and 2 men, which that ratio I think represents the teachers in my district. And they will come from 3 schools: Walhalla High, which is where I work, Seneca High, and West Oak High. And of these participants, 3 are at Walhalla, 2 are at Seneca, and 2 are at West Oak. And something that I was really interested in, I wanted to make sure that the teachers had varying levels of experience, because I was curious to see if there would be any patterns in their responses there. And they will be from all different content areas. As far as the procedure goes, again, they first had to agree to participate. I emailed them to kind of set up a time frame and where they wanted the interviews, and everybody pretty much said at their school, which I totally get. I will conduct the interview, ask the questions. There are 8 total. Time is not limited at all. And I will type all of the responses on my computer. I felt like that was the most time efficient way for me. When I'm analyzing the data, I want to look for patterns and motivations. And I'm curious to see to what extent these motivations contribute to growth in the actual classroom from day to day. And again, I'm really curious to see if responses, if there are any patterns there based on varying levels of experience. The only materials I see myself needing are my list of interview questions, my laptop to type responses on, and I'm also going to have paper and pencil just in case, maybe to make a participant feel more comfortable. If they don't want to answer face-to-face, they could write something down. I don't foresee myself needing that, but I'll have that just in case. The timeline that I've kind of come up with, starting with this week, 2 weeks to administer the interviews, and then the 3rd week to finish administering the interviews if needed, and to kind of start looking for patterns in my answers. This stuff will be filled in later after I conduct the data or get the data. I have 7 total references that are listed here, and then Appendix A described each school that I am at, kind of gives a student breakdown. The second appendix gives each participant a number and lists more detailed information about them. And then the third appendix is my interview questions. There are 8 total. And so I'm getting very excited to finish this research proposal.